morning, friends, and happy Monday. My voice, unfortunately, is still acting up. I did go to see the doctor last week, and he said it's probably just allergies, and he gave me a few things that he thought might help, but it's gonna take a week or so to go down and for my voice to go back to normal, so I'm sorry, I can't really control it, and I hope it doesn't bother you too much. But anyways, welcome to a day in my life. Like I said, it's Monday, so obviously I have classes and just my normal schedule. So Mondays in particular, I have the morning free of classes, and I catch the bus to campus around 12:30, and then I have 2 classes, and then I get back around 4 usually, and then I have the rest of the evening to do work or homework or whatever else. It's about 8:45 now, and this morning I woke up and went to the gym and have since showered and made breakfast, and now I'm just going to dive into a couple hours of work for the day before I leave for my classes. And then after classes today, I am going to do some edits on my manuscript because I haven't done that in about a week or so. I'm going to sit down and chat with you guys about everything that happened with the manuscript, when I finished it, how it went, etc. Basically just a little debrief, because obviously the I'm writing a book series had a bit more of an abrupt ending than anticipated, but I will explain that. It's nothing bad at all. So yeah, it's just gonna be a cozy day in the life. It's one of the first really cool days here today. It's like 57 degrees outside right now, which is really lovely. I'm so excited for the cooler weather, and more than anything, I just want to have a cozy and productive day, and I'm gonna take you along with me. I just spent the last hour and a half or so doing homework, and I didn't get all of it done. I think I have about 40 minutes left of lecture videos to watch, but I'm gonna stop there for now. It's about 10:45, so I'm gonna sit down for an hour or so and do kind of my normal social media work that I do each day. So I'll post on my main Instagram account, I'll post TikTok, and I'll probably post on my painting account. So I'm just gonna sit down and do that for a little bit, and then it will be time to eat some lunch and do a few other random things, and then get on the bus to campus. Catch the bus to campus and go to my classes for the afternoon. I just did my social media work, got a few posts up, and then I hung the garland above my bed. I've been putting it off because it's obviously pumpkins and therefore very autumnal, but you know what? It's September 12th, close enough, and I actually really like how it looks. It kind of completes that wall, so I like it. And I had some lunch, and now I'm gonna be off. Hello my friends, I have gotten back from campus and I am back in my apartment. It's about 6 p.m. and I think I'm going to hop on and do some edits to my manuscript for maybe 30 minutes or so, and then after that I will sit down and chat with you guys about everything that has happened since I last updated you on the novel writing progress. I think I last updated you in July, so I'll have a good little chat and then get on with the rest of my day. Alright, it's 6:30 now and I've done a few edits on the manuscript. Nothing crazy. When I've been editing recently, I've just been basically reading the novel, and then anytime I feel like a section stands out or just doesn't feel right to me, I just kind of play around with it until it feels better. I would like to get to the big question, which is what the heck happened to the whole I'm writing a book series. So I guess formally this will be the last video in the I'm writing a book series because the manuscript is done. For those of you who haven't been around since then, the whole premise of the series was that I wanted to write a book in one summer. So I do have the series as a playlist if you want to go watch it, but essentially the idea was to write a rough draft or a manuscript in 14 weeks and to film a video each week, so 14 episodes total for the series I'm writing a book. And I think I filmed 7 episodes during the summer, and then I kind of just abruptly cut off without explanation, so I'm going to explain that now. So honestly, the answer is nothing changed. I kept writing the way I was at the beginning of the series. I obviously finished the manuscript. It's just that I stopped filming the actual episodes of the series for 2 reasons. The first reason is it was really hard on my schedule. Uploading 2 YouTube videos a week is like virtually impossible. I was so crunched. I was staying up till like 1 a.m. every night. It was crazy and it like just wasn't super sustainable for me, and normally if it were doing like super well I would kind of push through that, but that is my second reason that audience interest kind of seemed to dip. And I honestly like don't question that because the videos started to get a little repetitive, and that's the point at which I probably decided that the series was kind of self-defeating because each week I was just writing, and at a certain point that's a pretty repetitive kind of video. So I just decided to take a pause on the series but continue the habit of writing with the intention that I would come back once the manuscript was done and do a final debrief, which is the purpose of this part of this video. So on that note, I would like to debrief the whole process of writing my first draft of the book, and it was a really interesting learning experience. So I did, some research for the intro video that said most books are between 70,000 and 150,000 words. So my goal was for about 70,000. So I ended up writing about 82,000 words for this initial manuscript, and I'm pretty happy with that. That's where I ended up stopping because I just felt like the story came to a natural ending point. So yeah, I did write a book. I did do it in 14 weeks even though the videos stopped, and honestly it wasn't planned and it didn't really feel like it was a final decision. At first I just started doing them not every single week, and then eventually it just kind of phased out. Anyways, I hope you do not fault me for cutting this series short. It really was just kind of the logical decision at the time, and I don't view it as defeat because I did technically finish the manuscript, and I'm glad that I made some of those videos that I don't think I would have otherwise made. That I'm really happy with how they turned out. In terms of the actual manuscript itself, I am not the biggest fan of it. The writing still feels pretty simplistic to me. I just kind of felt that way the whole project, and I honestly just kept writing the manuscript because everything everywhere says that the key to ever writing a book is just to finish the first draft. I think that's like the first piece of advice people give to writers. And I was like, well shoot, even if I don't like it, I'll just finish it. And so I did, but I will say I'm not insanely proud of it, and I'm not sure it's a project I will continue to pursue for the most part. I think the edits are fun, but at a certain point I'll probably move on to just working on poetry that I write, or maybe even another manuscript at some point. But yeah, it was a really fun learning experience. It was a cool exercise in discipline and just routine and getting that writing part of my brain working in a really different way than essays or how I normally write. So anyways, that is the full story. That's what happened to the I'm Writing a Book series, and I'm sorry if I left you hanging. It was never my intention. It just kind of how things developed, honestly. That, I hope, answers everything. So with all that aside, I'm gonna get on with the rest of my day, since this is technically a day in my life. I think I'm gonna go whip up some dinner, and then I have a little bit of homework and random admin work to catch up on, and then we'll see where the night goes after that. So let's get to it. A day in my life. I really hope that you enjoyed. Obviously, being a student and working a job, each day looks different. Some days are like this and I have time to do other things, but also still doing some schoolwork. Some days I wake up and do school and work until I go to sleep. It's just nonstop. Of course, there's every kind of day in between, but I've really been feeling like I'm finding a better balance this semester, which is so lovely and so nice to feel myself getting into more of a routine. And I'd say that this day is fairly representative of what a typical day looks like for me. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed and that it brought you a sense of cozy and calm. And of course, I'm really glad to have kind of brung the I'm writing a book journey to a close. I'm really glad that you guys could come along with me on that, and it was just really exciting. Even given that it got cut short, I still really enjoyed the 8-episode series that it ended up being, and it was really cool to take you guys along with me on that journey. If you made it this far in the video, maybe comment your favorite fall scent, because I've been burning my fall candles lately and it has just been the most wonderful smell. I have one candle that's called Falling Leaves and the candle company is called A Slow Sunday, and it's just the most wonderful smell. It's kind of earthy, smell of petrichor, and I just love it. And that's probably my favorite fall smell, is that kind of cool rain that you get in autumn. And of course there's pumpkin spice, which I know a lot of people love, and also like kind of a smoky campfire, which is a great smell. But there's tons to choose from, and I know that's really specific, but I hope you can think of something that reminds you of fall that you're willing to throw in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. And yeah, it was really nice to spend the day with you, and I'll see you soon. Bye, friends.